Busy people and lots of Yaleys, Worcester hipsters and fed up townies. We have more than pizza in common, with two rocks for bookends. New Haven, New Haven, New Haven, between two rocks.
Welcome back to the Between Two Rocks podcast. This is episode 10. We made it to 10. That's pretty good.
That was the goal.
That was the goal. So this is it. This is the last episode, obviously. So it's gonna be great. No, we made it to 10. So that's good. I haven't quit yet. That's a great start. So my co-host, as almost always, Colin Ryan, welcome.
Yes. Good to be here again.
I was gonna say, is the enjoyment worn off? Are you done?
No. I haven't peaked yet.
Perfect. Yeah. What do you think? Episode like 25? That'll be a good spot.
Yeah,
and then that first season was great, but boy, they really.
Oh, we're just gonna keep dragging it after that. It's just gonna get worse and worse.
Nice. So our guest this week is a local artist / our teacher. I'm so glad he's here. He also teaches meditation at Breathing Room Yoga. We mentioned him last week. Thank you so much for being here, Kwadwo Adae.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to, You look great as always, man.
Thank you. I'm feeling the yellow and black today.
Nice.
For those at home, I'm wearing yellow pants and a yellow shirt, black bow tie, black vest, and a black blazer.
The people at home were actually assuming that you were wearing all those things.
Oh,
the
fantastic.
description not needed.
Fantastic.
That's just where everybody's head goes at when they hear black and yellow. They're like, yeah, I assume the full suit with the bow tie. Yeah, obviously.
Or bees.
Picture painted.
or picture bumblebees. That's me today.
It's good that you knew to describe it, though. Most guests have no idea that they can't use visual cues on the podcast.
Yeah, the amount of hand motions that happen.
Not helpful at all.
Yeah.
So you probably, if you don't know Kwadwo, you probably see him around town. If you see a guy in a leisure suit, it's probably Kwadwo.
It's probably me.
I would say Kwadwo's probably New Haven's preeminent visual artist, would you say?
Sure. I am not an expert by any means, but
that's the beauty of would you say.
I know, yeah.
You don't need to be.
I guess I would say, because I'm quite ignorant of the facts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Local artist, visual artist, muralist. I run the Adae Fine Art Academy right up the block here at 817 Chapel Street. I teach kids, teenagers, adults. And then I go out into the community, teaching at Brookdale Senior Living in Woodbridge.
Oh, cool.
Teaching at the West Haven Mental Health Clinic. I work with people from the Parents Foundation, which is on 100 Broadway.
Did you say the Pants Foundation?
The Parents Foundation.
Pants Off Foundation.
Pants Foundation. We provide pants to needy, pantsless kids.
There's a lot of pantsless kids. That
man. They need pants. Yeah. You're never going to get
Everyone
ahead.
should have at least one.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
At least weekday pants. Come on. Mm-hmm. Parents. Yeah, cool. And you've been in the news lately because you just finished up this mural, right, in New Hallville? Not just finished up, but
Yeah, that was in October. So
okay.
That was like 2 months ago. Time's flying. It's December.
Time is constructs.
Yeah, the holidays are right upon us, but we finished the Women's Empowerment Mural Project on October 10th, and that was a 18 by 106 foot piece with.
Damn.
We did it with 140 volunteers from the community.
Yeah,
and it's women that are 17 women all in Statue of Liberty pose. People from the community, people who have made some profound impacts on my life. So
okay, it
was great. And then we were in Ecuador in August to the Volcan Tungurahua mural project, where I took a team of 6 people down to Baños de Agua Santa, Ecuador, where we made a 7 by 50 foot mural with kids from the Children's Literacy Center down there.
Oh, nice. So, that one sounds way smaller and lamer, obviously, but still pretty good.
Never seen it.
It was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's been a busy couple months.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
The Canal Trail mural is beautiful. Have you seen that one over there?
Yeah. No, it's great. It's amazing.
It's sweet.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. How does a project like that come about? Like, because that's owned by somebody, right?
The wall is the side of the Tricon Construction Services building, which is owned by Bracken Bunny Podier.
Okay.
And
these are real people.
These are real people.
Were those multiple people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there were 2 people
Bracken Bernardi, husband and wife team, and they run this construction services firm, and they do things all over the city. But it's this big wall, and it had some graffiti on it, and it was like this pale blue, and I don't know, it just didn't give you a safe feeling when you were running by it. And it's right on the Hamden-New Haven border, and they targeted
the part
that.
that people are afraid of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It can get hairy down there, but after, and this is true for any time I'm painting in public, there's this kind of shield that is around you because people want to see things happening. People want to see art being created, and no one messed with me. Like no one messed with anybody that was there. People were really appreciative that we were trying to create something there. So I felt completely safe. When I go overseas and paint, I always feel completely safe. I try to learn the language of wherever I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, plus artists are so poor. Why rob them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't have
no
anything.
economic sense. Yeah, I see an artist and I'm like, the guy's not even robbable.
Give me that brush.
Yeah, I have a bow tie.
Oh, now we got a brush. What do I do with this?
Yeah.
Now I have to be an artist. It's a lot,
I can't go through the training. Too much.
Too much work.
Too old. It's too late. But that's not true, right? You teach adults.
I teach adults. Yep.
Never too late. It's too late for me.
But is it too late for them, really?
No,
Let's put this to bed.
No.
Would you tell me if it was too late?
I would tell you if it was too late, and it's not at all.
Excellent.
I work at Brookdale Senior Living, the assisted living center. So, like, my students there, they're octogenarians, and they're, like, painting in watercolor.
Such a great word.
Isn't that a great word?
So great.
I'm a big fan of the octo, everything. I love octo.
Yeah.
Octopi.
I should hang out with them just so, like, I can say it more often, you know?
They're great. It's like having, like, a room like full of grandmas and grandpas that you get to hang out with every week. And they're every Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah, that's probably the most used decade-based age word. Wouldn't you say? Like, you don't call
people in their 20s and 30s. We're always
those aren't fun to say, though.
No, they're not fun to say, but people are always taking hot takes on them.
Let's talk millennials.
What have they ruined next?
Yeah, people don't use septuagenarians too often, or
that's true.
Cinctuagenarians.
Nobody's impressed, 73-year-old lady.
Nah.
You made it.
Yeah, I think it comes from octopus. That's what we're really thinking.
I love that word. Yeah. I love octopi. It's my favorite.
Octomom was so popular. It's like, man, that's just great.
Octomom.
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Welcome
we've come full circle
to the
here.
Octo podcast.
Yes. The 8th. This
Nice.
would have been better for the 8th podcast, not the 10th one.
Yeah. Oh, we really messed up. Oh, well, what are you going to do?
We need more tens-based humor today.
Yeah.
Deca, where you at? My Deca heads.
Decapus.
All right.
Yeah.
Off to a good start. But so these two people who run this construction business, you just approach them? You had to track them down? How does that even work? You just see a wall and you're like, what's up, wall? Who owns you?
We did a mural in 2016 called Elm City Foot Race, and that was on the side of a garage, and that was an 8-foot by 32-foot piece, and the community feedback was overwhelmingly positive after we were completed with that one. So,
where's that one?
That is on the Greenway between Thompson and Star Streets, so right behind Shelton Avenue. And it depicts these 6 running figures, the New Haven skyline. And we had 40 volunteers working on that one for 30 days to finish that one. So after we finished that, they were looking for other sites on the trail, and they're like, how about this wall? This wall that's really, really huge. And I was like, that is massive. Like, we're going to need to apply for some funding for that one.
More child labor.
A lot of child labor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a ton. And
the cheapest labor.
It is the cheapest.
Yeah. It was I didn't know how we were going to be able to just get funding for something that size, because it's so big. But we applied for a Connecticut Office of the Art FY18 project grant, which is a maximum of $15,000 if you got it. Super competitive grant, and I was overjoyed to receive it in February.
Okay, that's from the state, right?
Yeah, it's from the state.
Okay,
we got that for $12,000, and that started the pot.
See, that's where your tax dollars go, people.
Yeah.
Public art, nothing wrong with that.
No, mostly debt service.
Mostly, okay. A third debt service, third schools, and a third Quajo.
Yeah, that's it. That's the trifecta.
That's
right
how he
there.
affords all these cool suits.
Mostly goes into banana suits.
That makes sense. Hey, that's where the money's at. You got to grow your money, you know? That's how investing works, as far as I understand it.
It definitely does.
I will say every one of our ongoing questions is, what is it, Mayor for a Day? Or I guess is the $1 million question. What would you do with $1 million? And it seems like every other person says public art.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a popular ask. So I'm wondering, it could be that thing like on people's dating profiles, how everybody likes hiking and going to the beach. I don't know. Do people really want to see public art? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question.
I want to see public art, and I want to hike, and I want to go to the beach. I'm down for all 3 of those things.
Interesting, yeah. Sounds like a busy day. I'm going to need a nap in there somewhere for sure.
That's the beach.
Yeah, it's true. Sure, the beach is basically just code word for nap.
Oh, yeah.
nap and swim. That's cool. So yeah, you got the grant, and then and they were cool about it. Like the people who owned it, they weren't like resistant at all.
No, they were really happy.
Yeah,
they were really happy with it. It was
like,
hard to
we want to be art.
conceptually explain what we were trying to do
Yeah.
without having it done. But once we got humming along, it was okay. But the initial 12,000 that we got from the state was in the pot, and then we had lots of local organizations also contribute to the project, so that we were able to raise approximately $33,000 towards the piece.
Wow.
Nice.
We're still actually short from one pledge. So we don't have it all in yet.
Do you want to put them on blast right now, or
yes? The New Hallville Safe Neighborhood Initiative.
All right, yeah, you've been called out.
Calling you out.
Wow.
But we're patient. We're very
good.
patient.
I usually try to make enemies within the first 20 minutes of the podcast.
I'm doing it.
It's like it's the hate part of the cast.
Yes.
I just find that so sad that you're chasing down people for a public art that's already been applied to the wall.
Yeah.
But there's
unpaid bills.
There's so many people that made it possible.
Yeah.
You know, when you're dealing with a mural that size, it's a lot of people that are involved.
So what do you have? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
So what's the cost? What does most of that cost go into? Is it just the materials, or are you getting paid for your time, or how does it?
It's
I know
everything.
you had to rent a scissor jack to get up there. And
Yes, the scissor lift, an outdoor scissor lift rental was $1,400 a month.
Oh wow!
And then all the paint, and then my fee.
I actually have a scissor lift guy. They're not legit, but like fell off a truck. You know how it is.
It's fantastic. But we had
Just get at me after the cast.
I had to pay myself, and I had to pay my assistant. I hired 2 professional OSHA compliant scissor lift muralists.
Oh wow, that's way better than many warehouses where I
Wow.
worked and people had scissor lifts. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got trained on that last year when I was doing a mural at the John S. Martinez School, the John S. Martinez Sky and Sea STEM Magnet School.
Wow,
That is
a
the name
mouthful.
of that place. Yeah, at 100 James Street. So we did a like a 15 by 30 foot mural that was 15 feet off the ground. So that was when we first cut our teeth on scissor lifts.
Yeah.
But we were up like 40 feet in the air, so you can't be afraid of heights. You learn not to be.
We're looking at the people dancing outside.
Yeah, there's like a dance party.
Desperately
maybe.
hoping that they're looking at us as well.
Thank goodness
they
there's
not be?
dancing.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for dance and the arts. And
We need more
Really?
public dance.
This is actually
You
an
do.
anti-dance podcast, so oof, you look pretty silly now.
Close the blinds.
anti-dance.
Yeah, most of the time it's just railing against dancing like the
Yeah.
parents from Footloose. So what do you have against canvases?
They're small.
That is a
They're
good
small.
point.
Some are huge.
Yeah,
That's true.
I've been working on this 48 by 72 inch piece for a while, and like it's a great size. It's big, but like
Yeah,
it's hard to find places for them.
right.
know,
So
like
you just you like bigger art. That's what
Yeah.
art is about to you. So the bigger the better.
Yeah.
Lately, yeah.
Do you just
perfect.
want to go bigger and bigger?
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to paint like
So
this.
where are some? Yeah, where are some spaces around New Haven that you want to see some art?
I'm looking at it's the corner of Church and that's Crown. Corner of Church and Crown by the Rite Aid. There's some wall space that's there. I saw that on C-Click Fix, where it's just this big expanse right before like the Wine Thief.
Yeah.
Between the Wine Thief and Rite Aid, there's like these 2 big panels, and I got my eye on designing something
Yeah,
there.
I used to like live over there in the old mall. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I heard
And the C-Click Fix complaint was what? Too much wall, or
No, they're like, can we put something here? Can someone make a mural here? And I was like, let me look into that. Let me see if that's possible.
Yeah, that's all PMC property though. You know they are.
Oh, I don't. I've never
do
dealt
they
with
have a
them.
reputation?
No, they're just negligent. You could probably do it and they wouldn't even notice. You
Okay.
know what I mean? You could probably just guerrilla art that thing because they are not gonna
Beautiful.
wash it.
Yeah. Are they the smoothie building? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're the
own
ones that
two
are
properties.
fighting the Comcast development.
Yeah, the Spinnaker.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Because they're like, oh, drain water.
Too much drainage.
Too much drainage. Yeah. But that's really just shutting them down.
Too
Yeah,
much
it's
better
just-
housing to
We're
compete
looking out
with
for the
ours.
environment, right?
That is ridiculous. That's nuts.
Yes.
I hope it
it's
goes through.
brutal. Yeah.
I hope it goes through.
I think it's gonna.
So do you have another project in the works?
I just actually spent the last 2 days putting in applications for next year. So I'm hoping that if we get a Mayor's Arts, Culture, and Vitality grant, that I can use it to do City Seeds trailer for their farmers markets.
Okay.
Because the paint is peeling on that one, and I want to do a new design and paint all over it. And the other application I put in was for a mural in Indiana, which is not local. But
No,
it would be
it's
my
not.
first
I
national
actually know
piece.
that. Yeah, it's totally
Yes.
different state.
Totally different state.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that comes through. And then I have my eye on this building on Sylvan Avenue across from Casa Otoñal, which I did used to teach at.
Okay.
We taught art classes that were to that 98% Spanish-speaking population, so I was able to work on my language there. But
Okay, do you speak Spanish?
yeah, un poco. I've been
Nice.
trying to. So in Ecuador, we did a mural, and we did a mural in Guatemala too. And I got translators with me, but I like
Getting
languages.
better. Yeah, no, I mean,
Love
sure.
it.
I would love to learn Spanish, but then I learned JavaScript instead.
JavaScript.
Yeah.
I'm not fluent in that at all.
No, yeah,
I
it's
need a
very hard to
translator.
keep track of it. Honestly, so many versions of it.
Yeah.
Many different dialects, Angular, React. I'm not up for any of that. Yeah, it's tough.
Loosely typed.
Something
I mean,
for the
it's tough.
something for the nerds.
Let's
That's right.
let's get it for
There's
the
some New
nerds.
Haven IO people who listen, so it should be fine. They'll get a kick out of this part, and no one else.
But the wall on
They'll
Sylvan
chuckle
Avenue,
quietly.
it's a 3-story wall. Like,
Oh,
I would love to
so
do
it's more tall than thick.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I would love to be way up high making something
That was a
there
dick
for
reference.
next year. Yes.
No, I left that to the imagination of the viewer. Okay.
No, we don't go for
Viewer, listener.
imagination here.
No, yeah, that's right.
You need to spell
It's
that out.
explicit.
Josh is air painting a penis right now. You can't tell on the other
Oh,
side.
Josh. Oh my goodness.
I'm the least. I couldn't. It would be unrecognizable. I'm the least artistic person you probably ever met. So
Really?
probably, yeah.
Well, there's an arch to comedy. You're an artist. You're doing it.
Yeah, sure.
You're doing it.
Wait,
You-
Joe, what's your take on dick drawers? You know those kids in middle school?
I didn't know them, and I wasn't one.
You didn't
But
associate with those.
I mean, you know
ruffians.
of them, right?
yeah, I don't have an opinion on it. I guess I
Neutral.
don't really
Neutral.
see it.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a very strong opinion.
Yeah, it's tough.
How can you have much of one?
Because on the one hand, I'm happy that there's someone making art at all.
Yeah, someone's got to be doing it.
But the subject matter and the vandalism part, I'm not happy with that per se. But
Yeah.
at least someone is expressing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So are you from New Haven?
No,
Okay. How
No.
did you end up here? 'Cause
I
you went to NYU and Rochester. Where are
Yeah.
you from?
I was born in Rochester, New York,
Okay.
and I grew up there until I was 8.
Yeah.
And then my mom got a job working for Xerox, which was on Long Wharf. So we moved
really?
to
Okay.
Shelton, Connecticut.
Because Xerox has a big thing up in Rochester, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge. Like that's
Them
what
and
the HQ
Kodak
was.
or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I know a little bit about Rochester. I listened to
Yeah,
a whole
I'm surprised.
podcast about it. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was crazy
nice.
about how the companies have really suffered, and that's why Rochester's had so many problems.
Yeah.
Pretty fascinating American story, you know.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm gonna go somewhere slightly less sad.
slightly less sad. Just slightly less.
I don't want it
sad.
to be too good though. And New Haven was like, bam, Goldilocks zone.
No,
We're in.
yeah. I was always coming to New Haven though, when I was in my 20s, because it was like, oh, it's like the biggest city here, and
Yeah.
there's arts going on here. I would go to creative arts workshop and take painting classes, photography classes, sculpture. There wasn't anything like that in Shelton. There wasn't anything like that there at the time.
Yeah.
I know there is now, but but I went to college at the University of Rochester,
Mhm.
so I went back there, and then for grad school I went to NYU, and I was in the Lower East Side painting there for 2 years, 2.5 years actually, and then I couldn't get a job.
Yeah.
I could not get any professorship jobs, and no college, no community college, nothing.
Mm.
And I was sending
Finish
out
there.
resumes, and it was
You
Oh,
found,
so
you
it was
found there's
tough.
not a tremendous demand for art professors?
oh no, not at all,
Huh.
not at all. But I was going in a really wide radius. I was applying,
Yeah.
I think, in a 100-mile radius from the New Haven area, and still
Oh wow.
nothing. So
Mhm.
I had this epiphany where I was like, well, why do I keep trying to join these schools? Why don't I just open up my own school and just hire myself to teach there? And that's how my
Perfect.
school
Yeah.
was born, and that was in
That's how
2005.
Duke University was born. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
hmm
stick it to those Yaleys or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So,
And so how long ago was that?
2005.
Okay, so you've been around for a while.
Yeah,
Been making it happen.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I moved to an apartment in West Haven in 2000. That was my first apartment. So
Okay.
I've been in the area for almost 20 years. But,
And your studio is beautiful. Have you been there?
I have not.
You gotta come.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a little forest in there.
It's full
Great.
of plants.
It's full of plants.
Full of
Whole
plants.
bunch
Yeah,
of light.
he was talking about plants earlier out in the lobby, and was talking about how you need to really feel the soil. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
My poor plant gets none of that love at all. And
you
can tell.
I'm on the same page with having plants everywhere. I feel like it just
It's good for
cleans
you.
the air and makes you feel better.
It is good for you.
But
And
yeah,
good
it's
for
almost
them.
his studio is almost like a railroad apartment. It's got like one wall of windows on the front, and
I think
yeah,
maybe
it's all-
because I
all
grew
brick.
up in the woods, I just resent plants.
right.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Coventry, which is just plants and a lake.
Okay.
And so all there is to do is hang around stupid trees. You know what trees are?
Whoa,
Boring.
whoa, whoa! Some of my best friends are trees.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm sure the trees you know are cool.
They're awesome.
But the trees I grew up around for real.
Yeah, I love them. I love the trees. I
I
live
like
in
trees too. Yeah.
I live in Bethany. I go home
Okay,
to the
yeah.
trees every night, and
Yeah,
I
mean,
love
yeah, when I
hiking
was
there.
thinking about buying a house, one of the first towns I was thinking about was like Bethany. Because I'm like, oh, I grew up kind of like in a rural area. You get a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
But then after living in Haven for a while, I'm like, where am I going? I'm not trying to go somewhere I don't have to drive to work. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
About that bike life.
yeah,
So, you know.
I miss the bike life because I was in the Arlo loft apartments before I moved to Bethany. So in
I don't know which
Westville,
ones oh, okay.
right above the Racket Coop. I used to live right above the
okay.
Racket Coop,
Yep.
and it was great because I could bike
Yeah, you can
downtown.
bike everywhere. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this city is wonderful for biking and totally navigable. So I do miss that about it,
Yeah.
living there. But I have like trees and plants, and I got a brook, and I just like to go home to the
All
quiet.
right, quit bragging about your brook.
I
buddy.
got
Just
stars.
calm
I got
down.
stars and the moon, and
Yeah, brook money now. Okay, you've
crickets.
changed, man. You've changed since the beginning of this podcast.
crickets and skunks and bees. It's the
Cool.
best.
All right. Well, that's awesome. So you do one-on-one teaching, right? It's not like a class.
Yeah, it's a class, but we teach individually.
Okay.
So no one is doing the same thing.
Okay.
In the room at the
But
same
it is
time.
like a scheduled like class type thing. I'll see other people.
Mhm.
So it'll be like people like you kind of do all the adults at once or whatever.
Yeah.
Or okay.
And then
Shelly and I actually sponsored some kids to take Kwadwo's class over the summer.
yeah.
Okay. That's how they get into drugs. Yeah, that'll
That's
happen.
that was the second part of the class. Yeah.
Includes a free crash course. That's
Yeah.
where art comes from, everybody. Come on, let's be
Absolutely. A little
truthful
inspiration.
here. Yeah.
We have a summer artist immersion program that we run every
Yeah,
year.
it was very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. So it's Monday through Friday, and it's like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Your kids can come down. Anyone's kids can come down
Yeah.
and just use the studio like it's their studio.
Yeah, it's nice
You
and
just
peaceful.
paint the whole
it's
day.
quiet. Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We play
Cool.
music for them, and they can paint whatever they want. We don't tell them what to create. They tell us what they want to create, and then we help make that happen. It's me and my assistant, Tony. Tony Giamona. She's the best. She's the best out there. Shout out to Tony.
Is anyone going to
Shout out
comment
to
on
Tony.
this pretty bouquet of flowers on the table?
It's fake.
Oh,
I don't
no,
like fake
we're
plants.
killing him right now. I like
Fake
see the
plants.
disappointment in his eyes.
Ugh.
I wish you could all see it because he's
Oh, it's
just
so sad.
killing him. It's killing
There's
him.
nothing like
Did Eamon
real
supply
flowers.
these for us, or
No.
No.
Really?
These
They're
weren't just
beautiful.
for us. No, is that what you think? We are the flagship podcast, but no, these are not special just for me.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like to think of it, but
I paint a lot of flowers. I do paint a ton of flowers.
really?
Yeah, because it used to help me get through the winter months. Right,
Oh,
not enough
interesting.
sun. The
I'll
color.
make my own.
Have you ever
nature.
tried depression? That's what gets me through.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I was a connoisseur years ago. Depression
Same, yeah,
connoisseur.
until yeah. Absolutely.
We
Who
all have
doesn't
the
enjoy
feels.
a good depression? It's
Yeah.
nice.
But
Classic.
if you're staring into like yellow roses for a while, it's hard to feel sad. You know, it really is.
Speak for yourself.
It's
I,
true. It's true. I can find a way to be sad. I can
There's
find a
no
way.
scene that could break me out. Nah, it's fine.
No, but it's getting that dose of color when there's no color. Yeah, like I would paint flowers only in the winter months. But
Okay.
there's something about it. There's something so beautiful about roses
Huh.
and orchids and
Nice.
Gerber
Yeah.
daisies.
Summertime, all decaying skulls. That's all. It
That's
was.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta balance. Yin and yang.
Always balanced.
right.
Yes.
Always balanced.
So what was I gonna ask? Oh yeah. So how does New Haven make public art more of a priority? Like how do we we discussed a little bit that obviously the city's a bit cash strapped. So how do we because I think part of what makes New Haven awesome is that there is an art scene. You know what I mean? That you
Yeah.
can kind of check out galleries. There's a lot of local artists and cool stuff happening. How can the city do better and to cultivate the scene? Would you say?
it all on with everything. It all comes down to funding. It all comes down to funding and support. So
money solves all problems.
Yeah,
Classic.
sometimes.
Cash.
money.
Yeah, because
Please make your check out to cash.
it helps. And then people, if there's a need for it, if there's a wall in your community that you want to see something on, like do what whoever posted on C-Click-Fix did, and be like, hey, can someone make a mural here? Like this is an eyesore area.
Like that's such a fascinating way of civic engagement, because I definitely don't want to pick up a phone and talk to any human ever if possible. You know, but like if I could use an app and just be like, put art here, perfect. Yeah, that works for me. The detached post-millennial or whatever.
Yeah, any place, because like we need to first identify where art can go.
Yeah,
right. So any place that's got some blight on it, any place that
my living room's pretty blighted, actually. Yeah,
man, I just cleaned mine and I'm really happy about it.
Nice, yeah,
I got like incense burning and candles, and
he's got a brook in his backyard too.
It's so good.
Okay,
so very good. But yeah,
this is why we have to rail against. Was it music? I don't
dance.
That's right,
dancing.
It wasn't music. I was like, it was Footloose. What was that movie about? We're just against Kevin Bacon, I would say, is the main thing.
You don't like Mr. Bacon?
No, I like Mr. Bacon.
Okay,
come on, Tremors is a great film.
Oh wow, Tremors. Man.
Oh yeah, there's like 7 of them, but I only caught the first one. So one of the things in your website was about using mathematical principles in art.
Yes.
So, like, do you have a math background as well? Like, because I feel like in my brain, math and art are so diametrically opposed. Like, I'm a math guy. I knew I was going to be a computer guy from the first time I like opened a computer when I was 13. I'm like, yep, I'm not going outside again. Like, that's it. Like, I'm about this life. And when I could stop doing art, I pretty much did, because I just couldn't figure it out. I was just like, I'm like, how do they even judge me? Like, I made a thing and it's better or worse. I was like, then whoever's thing, it was worse. It was always worse.
It was worse. Yeah, objectively worse.
Yeah. But how? How is that possible? So I guess I don't understand the intersectionality of math and art. You know, I mean, fractals are cool, but
oh man, Benoit Mandelbrot, that man.
Oh
fantastic.
Yeah, no.
And he was here. He was at Yale before he died. And
I thought you meant like in the studio. I'm like, what?
Oh, he was.
And I booked you. Ugh, what did I know?
But the union between math and art. So the difference is that it's left brain and then right side of the brain, but.
Is that true though?
I feel like it is.
Is it really true? I'm
it
wondering.
Feels like
the
it's
same
been
thing.
debunked, but I haven't gone through enough effort to actually look.
No, the beautiful thing is that they're connected by the corpus callosum. So what we can do is
I was using fancy words.
You
thought he would throw us off the trail with that one.
Take that.
Okay.
Take that, nerds.
What did the Brook tell you that? Is that what happens?
So the similarity between math and art is that they're both languages. Right, so I actually was not good at math in school, like elementary school.
I can tell by the way you're dressed. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I did not like it. It was difficult for me to get the concepts.
Yeah.
But when I started doing my abstracts, I'm in love with fractals. I was always good at geometry. That was the one math that I could excel in.
That was my one bad math too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because it was more of a right brain kind of thing, perhaps?
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Spatial intelligence always been lacking. Yeah, I run into walls constantly.
But I met a bunch of mathematicians when I was dancing at the Yale Tango Club, and they looked at my paintings and they were just like, okay, well, you were doing this level math. And this is hyperbolic geometry. Do you know what that is? I'm like, no. Can we talk about it? And they're like, oh, you're using the 4, 5, and 6 color theorem in this work. You know about that? And I'm just like, no. So they were able to tell me what I was doing in maths that I was never able to
So you think you intuitively knew these truths, and then like they were like, oh, we have a word for that we've discovered this phenomenon in nature or whatever.
I didn't realize that what I was painting was math, and they made me aware that I was doing
There's
that.
a lot of things going on at the Tango Club.
Yes.
That is a good point. What is going on? Is this one of those Skull and Bones things? Like,
It was
secret
fun.
Tango Club? How did you even get involved? You didn't go to Yale, right?
No, I did not go to Yale.
Yeah.
I have no
You
Yale
probably just walked in
affiliation.
dressed like that, and they're like, he must go to Yale.
It was
Definitely.
the best.
No way he doesn't go to
You're
Yale.
the leader of the club now.
No, when you're dressed formally all the
Who has
time.
the biggest bow tie?
I do.
No.
It was great because people would look at me that were like good tango dancers and look at me walking in the room and be like, oh, wow, that guy's wearing a tailcoat and he's got like he's got some style. I bet he's a great dancer. And the joke was on them because I was horrible
Yeah,
at it.
sounds like the joke was on them.
It
Yeah,
was. But it was a beautiful dance. I was in it for 2 years. 2 years dancing tango at Yale. And I need to go back there at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. It's been too busy. But,
and so they helped you discover,
That-
of course, as
with
tango
math.
dancers are.
Of course.
as mathematicians are.
That's not right.
Where else do you learn geography, geometry,
Geometry.
or
Classic
geography?
mix-up. Yeah, exactly. You got to know where you're at too. Where did tango come from, etc.
Argentina, and then it has roots in Western Africa as well.
Okay, like everything,
Like everything.
like all culture. Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but it was beautiful, and it was great to meet so many people that were not, because it's not something Americans tend to do. Dance tango. It's
Yeah,
everyone
Isn't it
that was there was
forbidden?
from somewhere else.
Isn't it forbidden?
I think that's the lambada,
Oh, that's right.
That's where babies come from, right?
the forbidden dance.
I just don't want to get caught doing the wrong dance. I got a clean record.
Dance, keep dancing. You got to dance.
Do you do like the ecstatic dancing?
Oh, I
whatever that
do.
is?
Yeah, I think there's. Yeah, that's at your community yoga center, and I think it's every Thursday evening.
Okay, can you explain that to me? Do
Yeah.
you know what that's about? I know
Yeah.
that's not your thing, but I've just been curious, and now it seems like as good a time as any to
No,
address.
why not?
No, it's great. There's a DJ that's there.
Damien's
and
not here right now, so we'll
Right,
ask
exactly.
him next time.
Shout out to Damien
Yeah, should
And-
we have
and
him on? I
Sasha
don't know what his.
and Caprice. Yeah, have him on. He's great. He's
All right,
great.
good,
And
good.
Caprice Taylor Mendez too. She also does the DJing, and then Sasha too from Breathing Room. She goes.
Okay,
I think she's actually spinning for the solstice celebration that's tonight there.
that's right. It is solstice.
It is
so-
solstice, shortest day of the year, and then
That's right.
we get our light back.
Yep,
Heck
all
yeah.
uphill from here.
Take that, moon.
It's time. But you go and they play music and you dance, and you're just supposed to feel the movement and kind of. You're not supposed to touch anyone. You're not supposed to talk. You're just supposed to really be in your body. Which
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do that as much in their daily life. So
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity to just kind of move and
Yeah, my
just
boss
feel.
is always like, "Quit flailing about and do your job."
Stop knocking over coffee.
That's right.
But
It is upsetting. I do like coffee.
but like dance as a form of expression. Like I think more people need to do it, and that's a great place to go and do it. So
Interesting.
there's no judgment of how you dance or the way you move, as long as you're not slamming into people and
Yeah.
not hurting anybody. Then any way you want to move is good. So I highly
Awesome.
recommend going.
I shouldn't
Mhm.
go there. I judge people too much.
Yeah, I definitely would judge people, but it's great. I'm glad it exists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's
I
true.
don't
Even
have
if I
to-
don't go, I like knowing that people are doing that.
No, for sure.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, go dance.
It gives me, I'm like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That people out there getting it.
Mhm.
It's important.
You don't
Yeah.
like to dance? You don't like dancing?
I like dancing. I don't know. I don't, probably not to that extent where I would let go like that. You know what I mean? I dance within the standard hip hop type dancing. Not, I try to dance slightly better than you would think I do.
Mhm.
That's my goal.
Josh is terrified of losing himself.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Okay. When I dance, I try to make myself look as idiotic as possible.
That's fair.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. So I make a lot of weird faces, and I make a lot of weird I'll dance
When
like
I
a
saw you
duck.
dancing at the Halloween party, so
Oh my
I
goodness!
think
the
you were
Halloween
a pretty
party.
good. Yeah, I think you were all right dancer though. You weren't too crazy.
I
You
know
were wearing boxing gloves, so that was obviously hard to get around.
that was so much fun.
And no
That was
shirt.
So much
Also
fun.
no shirt.
Shirtless.
Looks great if you were curious.
Yeah. I recommend going to
This
an
is now,
activity.
dating.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you
very
single,
much.
Quaja?
I am single.
All right.
Yeah.
So, ladies, if you are curious, just email me.
Yeah.
I'll forward your CV over.
Yeah. You must like art. You must like to dance.
That's right.
And you must like
Do you have to ecstatic dance or just any dance is fine?
any dance is good.
Except the lambada, obviously forbidden.
No
in this
no
nation.
lambada.
No,
but-
right, exactly.
No lambada. But I'll tango and I'll salsa and I'll do whatever. It'll be
Dope.
fun. It's fun.
So one thing I am curious about,
Yeah.
and hopefully you can help me with this, is I like art, right?
Mhm.
Art is cool. I don't really get it necessarily all the time, or where it's I wish I could speak more intelligently about art, just kind of observing, what I'm seeing, but I don't necessarily have a ton of time to invest learning about art history. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
how does someone like me kind of become a little better educated without totally submersing myself in art world? You know what I mean? And because I don't know. I do love it, but it seems so daunting. There's so much information out there, and it's just like I don't know.
You
I
want
don't know
like
how to
the
speak
equivalent
intelligently.
of like a pickup artist crash course, like
Exactly. Could you
rather
give me the
than
Cliff's
like
notes of art?
becoming a better person, just give me some tricks.
Oh, I have no interest in being a better person. Yeah, no. Yeah, could you, yeah. How do I trick a person into thinking I understand art? Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
What I would recommend is
there
going.
some keyword? Like if I walk up to a painting and say depth, is that gonna like?
Yes,
Oh.
exactly. Just give me the vocab. Right. I just
Yeah.
want to be pretentious at wine parties.
Okay,
Yes, of course.
I recommend the word juxtaposition.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just be like, oh, the juxtaposition of this versus that. That makes it look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But what I
Okay.
would really do is go to the Yale Art Gallery,
Yep.
kind of walk around, and if anything speaks to you, anything,
Mhm.
like I would read the name of who's there. So
Yeah.
if it's a sculpture, if it's a painting,
Yeah.
if you like the colors, if it speaks to you in any way,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because like not everything's going to speak to you. Just
Definitely
like
not. Yeah.
just like with music, like there's just going to be music that you're not going to like out
I
there.
hate music. Anyway, go on.
So I would see what you like and like write down who that is, and if you would want to like maybe look further into what they create, you can do
Yep,
that without delving deeply into getting an art history degree from Yale University.
This
Perfect.
is a compelling piece. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But if you like the subject matter, or if you like if you like that it's a landscape, or if you like the way they depict a portrait of someone's face, or
Yeah.
if you like the florals, if it's a subject matter thing, like if you only like sculptures, if you only like pottery, like figure out what you do like.
I've already walked away after I said it was a compelling piece. That's
Oh, you're already gone.
He doesn't want to be
You're already
challenged by
gone.
any future thoughts.
He's already gone.
Right, yeah.
But it can be daunting and it can be intimidating, and I don't understand all of it
Yeah.
at all.
Who are your
I don't.
favorite, like, artists that I might know?
That you
know what I
might
mean?
know?
Yeah.
I like Mark Chagall. I like Tama Abst. She's this.
Nope. I've never heard any of
you
those.
never heard of her?
Yes.
Oh man, she's this German non-objective painter, and she's, I guess,
What does it mean to be non-objective?
so it's to create something that has no meaning to it. So we could take this water bottle here and like
Yeah.
zoom in on a small part of it,
Okay.
and that is considered an abstract because there's something real that we can kind of zoom in on
Mhm.
where we can't recognize what's there. But when I'm painting in my non-objective series, my objective is to have no reference to the natural world around it when it's being created. So if I paint an apple, it's like, okay, that's an apple. We can all agree that this is an apple. But if I just kind of use colors and form in a way that hasn't been seen before, but just kind of gives you an overall emotion, that can be
The
that's
emotion of
abstraction.
apple.
If you want to eat an apple like that, but
Okay.
you want to make sure that you're seeing something that doesn't have any objective references to the
Gotcha.
world
Got
at
It's
large.
not representative of anything.
It's like the opposite of representation. It's like
Perfect. All right. I
non-objective
get
art.
it. I get art. Bam.
There
Done.
it is.
That's it.
Perfect.
This is a compelling piece.
So now you can go to the gallery and you can chat
Yeah.
out some of the people that are looking at the art.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
went to the gallery the day after Trump was elected,
Oh,
just because I was like, and it was my birthday too, and I was like,
Needed a quiet place to cry.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right. I needed to remember that there were beautiful things in the world, and that
Mm.
people aren't just stupids.
Mm.
So, which they are, but like it's okay. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I was
Win
really
some, lose
lucky.
some.
I was really lucky because the day after he got elected, I was off to a 11-day Vipassana meditation retreat.
Oh,
So
is that one of those silent meditation retreats?
yes,
Oh, hell
11
yeah.
days of silence, 11
Damn.
days of.
What was that like?
It was beautiful. It
Yeah?
was hard work.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
they-
I can imagine.
They expect you to meditate for 11 hours each day, for 11 days.
You could just pretend, you know.
Not
If
there.
I just sit here quietly, they might not notice that I'm just.
He was
I'm
on
just-
Reddit the whole
I'm
time.
thinking thoughts. No, you couldn't do anything like that. But I'm just gonna think thoughts.
Oh,
They won't even know.
You have to sign a waiver saying that you will not leave the premises, and they confiscate your phone.
Yeah.
They confiscate everything, your
Yeah.
keys, and you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to have any eye contact, no physical contact,
Wow.
no harming any being. So, like, you can't kill a fly.
Okay.
No intoxicants, no sexual activity, and you have to sit down and kind of work your own stuff out. So,
But is everybody really fucking left and right?
no, you can't touch anyone. You can't touch
but they're
anybody
fucking with their brain,
with their minds.
which is the sexiest organ.
It's-
Brain fucking. And that's the title of this episode.
So what a great way to be shielded from the chaos.
Yeah.
of
So
him getting
is
elected
there
here.
like a guide at something like that, or like are you kind of on your own, or
No.
are there guided meditations?
Yeah,
Or,
there's
okay.
there was like a forum each night for about an hour of the speaker who kind of his name is S.J. Gwenkaji, and he kind of created this technique, but it's a very ancient technique. It's a 2,600-year-old technique that you need to learn a whole different type of meditation first before you start doing Vipassana meditation. So I'm not qualified to teach it as a meditation teacher. I can only
So
go
the
and
no
perform.
eye contact, is it hard to, I mean, were you interacting with people, or are
No.
you encouraged to not interact at all?
No, you're told to not interact with anyone. You're
Oh.
told not to speak and not to.
How do you even avert eye contact? Like, do you just look at people's feet? Or,
Yeah,
like-
I would walk, and I would walk watching my own steps, being very
Yeah.
mindful of
I
where I would
actually
be going.
already avoid eye contact with everybody, so
Meditating
I'm
constantly.
way
like,
ahead.
you're
Yeah,
halfway there. You're
right,
halfway
exactly.
there.
Honestly, if I could never talk to anybody again,
Ian's
that
outside.
would be
Ian.
perfect.
Ian Applegate, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Applegate.
Yeah, if you know
Finally.
who he is, finally an Ian Applegate reference on this podcast. We can retire. All right. Oh,
Hey, Zach, he's taking photos.
taking a picture, showing it on the
Beautiful.
gram. Beautiful.
Absolutely good. So
Finally, people
So, what kind of
see
meditation
us.
do you teach?
I teach guided meditation.
Okay.
So it's like a half hour. It's like
Yeah.
like an introductory meditation course. And we sit, and I usually kind of guide people on the elements
Yeah.
and the chakras and the healing meditations, and just kind of getting people to remember that we are part of this world, and to remember our connection to this planet instead of to our phones. So
But that's where the interview questions are written, so I do apologize for
Oh,
looking.
no. it's all good.
So I
all
just
good.
needed to write them down. You know how it is.
It's so much a part of our culture and society now.
Yeah, no, I get it. I've
so
been
much.
hugely, trying to get people to meditate. I think it's what led to me quitting drinking, because it was like I started meditating and I had to sort of reckon with how I felt all the time, which was not good. And then I was just like, maybe I need to think seriously about my life choices, and because it really does make you. But I love how it just makes you feel like, oh yeah, I'm like in the world. I'm sitting on this like object, this spinning rock through space.
Hurtling through space.
Wow, I thought you were sitting on an object while you were meditating. I
Also
didn't know.
that, yeah. I mean, usually there's some object between me and the Earth's
The Earth.
crust. It's hard to get through all the layers.
The crust, the mantle, the outer core, the inner core, the
Wow.
core itself.
This guy knows a bunch of facts.
Science.
Yeah.
He trivia guy.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I guess we can play some games. Oh, we're doing all right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. So one game we like to play
Okay.
is called Mayor for a Day.
Mayor for a day.
Mayor for a Day.
Mayor Kwadwo.
Mayor Kwadwo.
Okay.
That's right. That's what they would call you.
Okay.
No last name.
No
needed.
last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no last name needed.
I wonder if you get a new suit. Anyway, we can't get too wrapped up in this fantasy.
Many new suits.
You just blew the whole budget on suits. Corrupt immediately. Yeah. So basically, the way
One
the game
taste
works.
of power.
So basically, you get $1 million for a day, and like you get to decide what to do with it. Like, no, like you don't have to worry about all their approval or anything. You don't have to worry about PMC coming your way and complaining about storm drains.
Mm-hmm.
What if we say he can't do any public art, though? Just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Because he's
and-
going to go public
that's
art.
true,
I mean,
yeah.
let's be real here.
Yeah, we do have to have a no public art.
No public
rule,
art
so
clause.
Yeah.
It's just too
Okay.
obvious an answer.
Yeah.
Like obviously you would make bigger. Right, you would just paint the biggest surface.
Yeah.
I would cover Yale in one huge mural, people included.
Yeah. I would paint Dumbledore, a Harry Potter reference on the
I like
On
you
the
explained
quad.
it to Harry Potter reference. For those of you who do not know who
Dad know who Harry Potter
Dumbledore is,
is. Yeah.
we actually have a lot of anti-Harry Potter listeners, so it's good that was
Yeah.
like that's my main
and they
demo.
don't like dancing either.
Right.
But for $1 million for the city, and it can't be public art,
Right.
what I would do, I've been working with so many nonprofit organizations in the city through the public art things, and they're not just for public art, but like I would allocate that $1 million to all of these neglected nonprofits in the city that just
Okay.
need they're
They're just
doing
cash starved.
such great work,
Yeah.
and they're never getting enough funding for
So
all
who are-
of it.
Who's a couple of your favorites?
Exactly.
Oh, Neighborhood Housing Services of New Haven.
They're amazing.
They are amazing. They're incredible, and I would give them a ton of it. And then we've got like groups like City Seed. We've got the Farmington Canal Rail to Trail Association.
Mm-hmm.
Like all sorts of people that are working really hard behind the scenes to make sure that the city has a safety net still, because the funding gets cut all the time. So I would make sure that we had enough for everybody, right? So the soup kitchens, the homeless shelters, so that they could expand, maybe make a larger homeless shelter, so there's not a line of people waiting outside when it's snowing and when it's really cold. I would expand the bus systems, the public transit systems.
Heck yeah.
So that it's not.
I mean, you're way out of money by now. Yeah, you're not.
I'm out.
The bus. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
No, but all the services for the marginalized and poor communities.
So what bus line are you on?
For me, for Bethany.
Does the bus
I don't
go
know.
to Bethany?
The bus does not go to Bethany. No.
Yeah, I
no.
don't think there's
How do you
anything.
feel about the switch to the numbered system? I noticed the numbers
So confusing.
recently. I don't know why they possibly did that.
It's just to make it statewide, because like
Yeah.
we're all the twos, and then
I
Hartford
get,
is like the
yeah.
zeros. Yeah. No, it was super
I
frustrating.
grew up
'cause
taking
I
the B or
learned
the Q.
right. I learned all the lines, and then they immediately changed them all. I was like, God, I don't know.
Oh, now I take the 242R. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is better. This is better.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, luckily it says like Grand Ave on there, so I'm like, great, that's the Grand Ave bus. I
Yeah.
can figure it out. Yeah, I take the 243. It's pretty great.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that bougie 246 bus. It's also just always late. So yeah.
Oh, ULA, the Unidad Latina de Acción. That
And
that group
Acción.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
would
they're great
listen
as
to
well.
them. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
And to the New Haven Independent, because they're nonprofit. And
Yeah. If
they need to.
where else would I hate comment?
Where else would you do it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have read some of your hate comments on there.
Oh,
Just occurred to me.
I'm not even like the third most hateful person on there.
When
yeah,
you want
I'm-
to shout into an echo chamber, there's just
That's the
nowhere
place.
better.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
the place.
That's the
That
spot.
is where all the cool kids hang out. It is the 4chan of New Haven.
Yeah.
You know, I'm friends with 3/5 on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got to
He
have him
sometimes
on.
he sometimes comments on my wall. Yeah, we should have him on. That would be. I feel like I would want to meet him first, just to make sure.
Yeah, that's true. Make sure
He's not
it's-
just shouting the
Yeah.
whole time. Like, can we? I just don't know what he's like. So, because he's really anti-gentrification.
He's
That I know.
anti-gentrification.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you're not sure.
And it's an issue. It's a
No,
real issue.
yeah.
It's a thing.
Even though, as discussed in previous episode, I am a gentrifying white devil.
Mhm.
That doesn't necessarily mean I'm pro gentrification.
And if there's any money left from the $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gone.
it's
Your
all
funding
gone?
was actually cut.
Oh,
You're
it's-
down to
oh,
$100,000.
It's just
yeah.
for
We
a
lost
day,
in a
too.
It needs to be
landslide,
spent
yeah.
immediately.
There was a
Immediately.
special. There was a
Oh.
recall election. It's like, oh boy,
man.
he's helping poor people.
I
Get
was-
him.
No, go ahead. What's
I was gonna get some plants from IKEA and from the Edgerton Park greenhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, that-
What do you think about? Have you heard about like they're gonna maybe build a hotel over there in the Pirelli
on
building?
Edgerton Park? Not
Oh, Edgerton Park. Yeah, they're gonna bulldoze Edgerton Park and put in more market rate apartments. Another
What's the most
6-story.
beautiful park in the city? Let's put the hotel there.
Ooh. It
Edgerton
is very pretty. Yeah,
gorgeous.
it is.
So gorgeous.
Yeah,
No, on the what they're going to use the Pirelli building or
yeah. I guess they're gonna turn it into a hotel.
that's good. It's
Yeah.
vacant, so
Yeah, I think it's a
So
good
many
idea.
vacant spaces. I'm glad that everybody's building apartments and places for people to live. And I hope that there's more places for people to eat, more places for people to have recreation.
Yeah.
It's all apartments.
do you feel like there's a dearth of restaurants?
I do, but I actually have to talk about this. I have
boy,
been
let's get into
doing
it.
a taco crawl every month.
Okay.
Right, so if it's been for the
Is that
past.
when you crawl away from the taco trucks at Long Wharf?
I go there each time, and because I've gone almost to every single one there
Oh wow!
because there's a lot of taco
There are a
places.
lot.
Hundreds. There's
So many.
hundreds.
And they are like loyal to that place. Like I was going by and it was so cold and raining, and they were
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
That was my idea for one of the podcasts. We got to get one of the taco truck people
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and just
for sure.
see what's going on
It's
with
so
all
good.
those trucks.
So this is a drug thing, right? You guys are selling drugs.
tacos are
Fucking
drugs.
so many
funny, it was
taco
like
a-
trucks
It's just
It's,
survive
funny.
in one
It's like
place.
5-minute podcast. Like yes, it is. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's that. Probably didn't need to devote a whole episode to this.
That
so
makes a
what-
lot more sense. Okay, we're done here.
Big taco fan. And
So you've been doing the taco crawl.
I've been doing the taco crawl for
Yeah.
the last 3 months, and I haven't repeated a place yet.
Okay.
And it's just I like Instagram live me
Yep.
eating tacos over and over again.
So do you go
Sounds
once a
pretty
week
sensual.
or every day? or-
Once a month.
once a month.
Once a
Oh,
month.
okay.
And
that's
I'll-
gonna keep you going.
I'll go from like 2:30 to 9. So every like hour I'll have a new taco in another place.
Oh,
but
wow.
I can't repeat, and I haven't repeated yet. So this December I'll be doing a taco crawl, and
Wow.
I-
Is it always at Long Wharf?
I always go to Long Wharf at the end because they close
Okay.
at 9. That's when
Okay.
the trucks leave. But
Uh-huh.
there's so many trucks down there, and I want
Yeah.
to make sure that I've eaten a taco at
So
each
you just
one.
eat one taco per hour?
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it is great. It's great to do.
Fad new diet.
Yeah,
That's
because like one day of the month I have the
you look
best day
great.
of my
So
life.
I mean, yeah.
Thank
Some
you.
Other
days working.
29 days, nothing.
I don't
Yeah.
eat anything.
It's a taco fast.
I only eat tacos on Taco Crawl, but I highly recommend it though. I highly recommend going on a taco crawl.
Yeah.
Really
Sounds
getting
great.
to know. But as I do this, I'm realizing that the radius of the taco places that I'm going to be visiting needs to grow, right? So I have to go maybe outside of New Haven, maybe start hitting some of the
Check out some of the
outlying
That's
taco
scary
places in that
leaving New
brook
Haven.
Yeah.
in your backyard.
Yeah. Yes.
Hit up some of those trucks that have been hanging around there.
Oh, the tacos at my house are the best one. Those are
Okay.
the best. Yeah,
Nice.
definitely. Mushroom tacos.
Mushroom
Really?
tacos.
Mhm.
6 mushroom tacos.
6 mushroom tacos.
Right. This dude uses only 6 mushrooms or more.
Chanterelles, nebradinis,
Ah,
shiitakes,
chanterelles. Hell yeah.
creminis, oysters, royal trumpets,
Oh, I've heard good things.
Mhm.
I haven't had any yet.
No, I haven't
lobsters.
heard anything.
Those are like, yeah, I'm always
The
I'm always
lobster
doing
mushrooms I've heard good things about.
Yeah.
There's
They
a
had
lobster
'em.
of the Mushroom Kingdom.
They had them at Elm City Market. And they don't carry them anymore.
I just want to formally apologize for making that joke to everybody still listening.
The Mushroom Kingdom.
No, yes, that's what they're called, the Mushroom Kings.
Oh, I thought it was like
No.
a Super Mario reference.
That would be fun. Yeah, that would
love
have been
it.
more clever. I wouldn't have had to apologize for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That would have been much better. What about you? You got a new $1 million idea over there?
I don't know. I'm just fixated on mushrooms right now. Is this a mushroom place opening next door? What is that place?
What? Where?
What?
Next door? Where?
That's
Raymond,
just
you
the
know what I'm
sound
talking
engineer.
You mean where?
That's not
It's
a
just
mushroom
Raymond.
at all. That's a human man.
It's a human man.
You mean like next door here? Like
yeah,
where Neville's spot
we'll
was?
go. We'll go
A
investigate.
mushroom collective. That's what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
what's
The
that?
art, and yeah,
Oh.
that's Nikki and Boo's like art thing.
Oh, that's not a mushroom eatery at all.
No,
No.
it's
Okay.
it's this art group, and I missed the opening, but I really wanted to catch it. But
I did comedy at it.
Did
It
you
was
catch it?
very weird. Yeah, I did. I put on a show there last Friday during their opening.
Oh.
What was
For
weird, the
some
venue
reason.
or the comedy?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. You don't. There's a reason you don't do comedy in the middle of an art opening.
Oh, that was the studio you went to.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
yeah, and
we,
you had the what was it, a didgeridoo
and also
player
they
after?
run out of sitar.
Sitar.
Yeah,
you had a sitar player?
there was a sitar
Oh, that's
player after.
amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
You had
strange.
two live DJs,
Yeah.
comedy, and then a sitar player.
Oh,
Yeah. Classic structure.
One of those lineups.
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
That was super fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the situation. They're still, if they're done. I don't understand how art works.
I don't
It's
know.
probably a pop up, right?
Yeah, I think it's a pop up. So
We need more pop ups going on. There's so many vacant
that's
buildings.
right. Yeah, my parents had a pop up camper growing up. It was pretty nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the best.
The way they slide out, it's like, whoa, where all these beds come from?
You
Do
did
you
a
like
lot
to
of-
camp, Quaja?
I do. I
Yeah,
do.
Camping's pretty rad.
Like I had never done it before 2012.
Yeah.
So there's this organization called Signal Fire, and they do these. You can be an artist.
Sounds like an alt right group.
No,
It
no,
does.
It's
It
the
does.
opposite. Total opposite.
That sounds like a
Um,
group that would get shut down on Twitter.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Sorry,
but-
quit spreading your hate, Quaja.
It's Signal Fire Arts, and they're based out in Portland, Oregon. And you can be an artist, a musician, a dancer, any art type of discipline, and apply there, and they will take you deep into the woods and take you hiking. So we lived
How
in
deep?
like we were living in the Mount Hood National Forest in the Cascades for a week, and then I also did a residency in the Apache National Forest in Arizona.
It's awesome.
And-
I hiked up Mount Hood when I was a kid.
Man, so beautiful,
Beautiful.
so
Yeah.
gorgeous there.
Where is this?
This is in Oregon.
Oregon.
Oh,
Glacier capped.
I've never
it's
been to the Pacific
fantastic.
Northwest.
It's so gorgeous there.
Highly recommend.
Old
Yeah, I hear great
old growth
things.
trees.
Just
But that was
lazy.
like my first time camping. So I didn't grow up camping with my family.
Yeah.
So my first stint was like hardcore backpacking with a 60-pound pack in the middle of nothing.
Yeah, you went all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I loved it.
That's nice. Yeah.
I loved it. So
That gives me, I think for my $1 million, I'm gonna bring back the tent city on the green.
I loved the tent
Campground.
city.
Yeah.
I loved Occupy. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Occupy. Man, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
Occupy
the-
was
forgot about
terrific.
The
that.
whole summer they just
Yeah.
lived there. Yeah, and they couldn't believe they were getting kicked off the green. It was hilarious.
Oh man.
It was.
Occupy.
Yeah. You remember?
Occupy
Only
felt like
dude.
so
stuck
much
it to the
energy.
man.
It was great.
Yeah.
Even when it was taken over by homeless people, I thought it was still
Still great.
Still great.
Yeah, I
I
had no
like
problem
just
with it,
bringing
yeah.
it juxtaposition of
Right.
having all
Very
those
nice.
tents set up right next to the Yale buildings was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we need that kind of thing. It's It's very easy to just
you gotta stick it
separate
to the
those two
man.
things and never
Right, the
see
man
poverty
and the
next to
menial,
the
obviously.
the castles.
It's true.
In order to stick it to the man, you need unity. That's what they don't want. The man does not want unity. So we're going to come together, and that's how we're going to get through all of this craziness.
That's right. We all have to stick together, except for Lutherans. You're not invited.
Obviously not.
Right. Everybody but Lutherans. Right. Obviously. I think it goes without saying. Yeah.
Don't play like you respect Lutherans.
Come on. Yeah. What are you talking about? Are you pro-Lutheran?
I know a
Invited
Lutheran
this guy.
pastor that I danced tango with a couple years ago.
Oh,
Oh,
She's
it
got
all
a
goes
soft
back
spot
to
right here.
tango.
Tango. Yeah.
classic.
Have you danced tango with any Lutherans?
God, I
never
never even
dance with the
thought to
devil.
ask. Yeah, that's right. No, Kwadwo, as I said, I'm so pure, okay? We got a clean record. Just to be clear, audience members, Lutherans are fine.
What are Lutherans really?
Lutherans' religion is just as wrong as everybody else's. Don't worry about it. All right, so that brings us to the final game of the podcast, which is Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Lutherans?
Oh my
Lutherans
god.
are-
Catholics?
Oh boy, that would be dynamite end to this. Like, God, that would be a great reward if you made it all the way to the end. Like, wow, it got really anti-religious at the end. It just like went after various Christian sects
Oh my
pretty
goodness.
severely. Wow,
Oh
who
my
knew? Yeah, I was
goodness.
building up to this in the 10th episode,
That's right.
and now you know the terrible secrets behind this podcast.
Wow. Oh my god.
The signal fires.
That was a lot of laughter.
Alt-right anti-religious podcast. Oh boy! So if those still listening, fuck, marry, kill, and we're gonna do it for public art in New Haven. So do you know how marry, fuck, kill, fuck, marry,
What?
kill?
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Marry, kill for public art?
Yeah. So we
Mhm.
have to decide what art you would marry. So the one you love the most, the one you kill, so you hate it terribly, which can be hard for you, obviously. But I hate
Yeah.
all art, so it's easy for me.
And the one you just want to tango with.
That's right.
The art that
Or
I wanna take.
lambada, but only talk about. You can't do it, obviously.
So this is art
So
that already
it is
exists.
forbidden.
It already exists.
Yeah.
This is art that already exists. Okay.
We might be asking a lot
Public
for
art.
Kwadwo
Wow.
to shit on a public art project.
That's why it's great. Yeah.
We can include.
And it has to be in New Haven. We
I
have
would
to-
say
we
any
have to
art in
know-
New Haven. It could be private too. That'll make it easier, right?
No, we can make
Private
it
art?
New Haven.
We can make it in New Haven.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So if I have kill, and I would kill my first one.
Whoa.
So I would like to
A
redo it.
suicide.
Yeah.
The first
Wow.
one
Like
on
to-
this podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
My first mural in this city was done in 2001.
Okay.
Right, 17 years
You
ago.
were but a
in-
boy.
Yeah, so green. But
So
it's at the Children's Museum on Wall Street. I did the music room mural in there, and I would love the opportunity to redo that one.
Okay.
And it's been long enough where I'm
It's
sure
still
it needs to be updated. Probably,
Nice.
but that's
so
the
I
one
feel
I
about
would
my
kill.
early comedy sets. Yeah, like I'm like, oh, see by the recorded that. That's cool. Good answer. Well
Yeah,
done.
That's the kill.
That was the
Nice.
kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the public art that I would want to.
We'll usually do them one at a time. So we're gonna let Colin kill, and then I'll kill, or vice versa.
Okay.
Are you ready to kill or no?
Oh, perfect.
Public art. Can we do architecture?
I mean, yeah, architecture's art,
Does
right?
it fit? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, not like a whole building though. That's
Not a
kinda
whole
cheating.
building.
Yeah,
Okay, that's shooting.
yeah, I think so.
Um,
Buildings would be fun. We could do another. I know architecture
yeah,
people.
let's
We
do
could,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we could bring somebody in and do. Save it.
kill. I'm gonna kill the Columbus statue in
Yes.
Worcester Square.
Okay.
Yes, well done.
Nice,
Can
yeah.
I just
I
want to
mean
applaud
that still exists. It's just weird.
Yeah, that is true. God.
Yeah. Italian people just love Columbus for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
it's
can
Italian,
we can
yeah.
easily get rid of that. It's fine.
Fair.
It's
yeah.
time.
It
All
is
right. Yeah.
time.
Boy, that's a good answer.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I won
wish
that
thought
round.
of that. Yeah, you did win that
Yes.
round. I would probably kill one of those like sculptures in the plaza over here near Court Street. You know what I mean? I'm talking next to the FBI or whatever, the federal, next to the whatever.
Oh, like the red one?
Yeah,
Oh, behind City Hall?
yeah.
Oh, that one's sweet.
Makes
man.
me uncomfortable.
You don't want to kill that.
Oh
Thing's
yeah, I do.
beautiful.
No, it's not beautiful. What's the opposite of beautiful?
Looks like a bunch of noodles.
Yeah.
Oh, I love noodles. I love noodles.
I'm tired of your pro noodle agendas. All right, it's enough of this. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything, so I quite like it. So
Art is objective, and that one's beautiful.
if you've learned nothing from this podcast, take that home. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
really have a good kill answer, so
That's
that's my
fine.
one. Yeah,
Who are you? Who are you fucking?
fucking. Oh man, that's a good question. Oh man, fuck. I mean, I do love your new mural. It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna save something else for fucking. I would probably marry the mural that he came up with. That's pretty great.
Really? Wow.
I love biking, especially.
Yeah.
And so anything that beautifies like the bike trail and is like especially like inclusive of underrepresented groups.
Yep.
Anything that beautifies Newhallville, they need fucking love. So that shit is pretty,
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm kind of kissing up. I should rarely insult
Yeah, you
him.
are. You're really sucking up a lot.
Oh boy. Thank God nobody is listening still. I think I'm a nice person. Shh, don't tell. Yeah, I
that's a
guess.
good one.
Yeah.
I might say the same thing. I think I would.
All
fuck
right,
that
come
one.
on.
I think
I already won this round. You can't just try to
Yeah,
jump on my.
you're right. No, I like that one because it's it's like it's a mural, but I think because you're doing more, it's almost like a pop up mural. You're like, oh, there's gonna be another one. I like the idea that you're kind of working your way down the canal trail. I want to see more go on there. So
Oh yeah, I'd love to make more.
Yeah, let's turn the Stop and Shop into a mural. That's
That'd
all
be
in Hampton,
fantastic.
but still,
Yeah.
that would be dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love bike riding too. So anytime I get to see art while I'm bike riding, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that I can make some more down there and make that ride
Cool.
even
Yeah,
better.
we'll try to get you some funding.
Thank you.
We bring in a lot of money with this podcast,
Sweet,
so that
sweet.
could probally funnel to
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
We're
Making
gonna go
it
shake down
rain.
that one person in
can't
Newhallville that still owes you $100.
that's right. We're coming after you.
Yeah. I have a Mary.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so behind Seatown in Fairhaven
Mm-hmm.
is there's like a mural of break dancers, right? I don't want to kill it, but I do want to marry that one so that over time we can make that into something like epically incredible. And it's going to take a long time because that's an enormous wall.
Okay.
That wall is like 20 feet tall, and it goes on for probably about 150 feet.
Hell yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to get enough
Big
funding
art.
in one grant funding cycle to hit that. But if I was able to hit it over
Yeah.
a marriage long time,
We'll rig the game. I know
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I would
You
love
gotta
that
see
one.
down people.
Seatown.
I'm going to do some Lamont,
Yeah.
what do we call it? Electioneering.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right
We
next
got
to
connections
this.
in high places.
I might fuck with the Anne Frank too. I forgot about that one.
Oh, I love
What is
Maybe I
that?
might switch that on the side of partners.
Believe in people.
Oh,
did it?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean,
It's fading a little bit. It needs like a touch up.
We'll touch up.
oh yeah, his stuff is great.
He is
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Oh
He is-
man,
totally.
I miss
yeah,
him.
the baby one is great
All
too.
the little sidewalk shit too. Yeah.
That one's gone.
The baby one's gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super
that's right,
Thug.
because it like they opened that music venue or whatever, or why like
Trolley Square.
yeah,
They painted it over. It's
oh.
gone. And then the Super Thug with the one that he did
Yeah.
with the
Mhm.
State House, that's gone too. But I would love
Whoa.
to maybe restore his Anne Frank one if I could get his permission.
yeah.
'Cause that one's a beautiful one.
Okay,
my-
so fuck with
My
Yeah.
Mary is the New Haven sign.
Wait, I
cro-
thought
across
the Anne
the-
Frank was the fuck with.
Yeah, that's the fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. The New Haven looks like boards. It's like wooden boards. It's right across from the railroad tracks over on State,
Okay, yeah,
State
yeah,
Street.
yeah.
Oh, on the
Alright.
Corsair building?
No, it's just
Really?
it's on the wall. The train kind of runs in that alleyway or whatever, like on right next to State,
Mhm.
basically. There's a New Haven like graffiti
Oh,
right there,
yes.
made out
yes,
of boards. Yeah, it's made to look like it's nailed together boards.
Yes. Oh, I know
that's
what
graffiti.
Yes,
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Sweet.
dope.
yeah.
I would fuck
Spray
with.
painted by. I don't know if that's something you can't say, but it was years ago. Ian Applegate.
Oh,
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, we
Yeah.
just outed him. Dang.
Yeah, I think it was about 20 years ago. So I don't think they're coming after him.
You're not old. That's impressive.
Well
Yeah,
done, Ian. Well
Alright.
done.
Oh yeah, I think it's sweet.
I'll
Uh,
shake his hand the next time I see him.
Yeah, man.
Well, maybe we'll walk by again.
Maybe
Who knows?
Probably, yeah.
The other
Yeah.
direction.
He's usually walk around that town. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a huge problem. I would fuck with that like alley, the art that's the projected alley, like the Italian
Yes.
artist that did
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on like
Kitchen sink.
yeah, right by Kitchen Sink.
Yeah.
Oh, the Felice Verini.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one's
I love
great.
that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
because it especially like makes people stop. Like they like I
Totally.
feel like they walk and like
Totally.
oh, and it's like and anything that can turn like something so utilitarian like a parking garage into art, I think is just awesome.
It
It's
makes
like,
me happy just seeing people like for the first time, like, oh wait, hold on, come over here.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you got
yeah.
you got to back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're looking at. I know about that one.
Yeah, so
that's
I
a
like
good
that
one.
one.
That's a good one.
That's a great piece. I love
So that's
that
your
one.
Mary.
That's my fuck.
That's
I
your fuck.
married the mural, and I
Oh, okay.
and I
Yep.
killed that stupid structure that everybody hates.
That beloved structure. Mhm.
What about you, Kwadwo? What would you fuck with?
Fuck with.
Did you already answer that or no?
No, I had
Yeah.
kill and marry. Fuck with. That's a tough one. There's okay. There's the it's what street is that? The one that's up the street from the Peabody. That's it's the
Sachem?
Sachem. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. It's the profile of the. I think it's a Liechtenstein or so, but it's the profile of that man's head.
I don't know where it is.
It's silver and it's behind the Peabody and it's across from. Is that Hill House Street?
Yeah,
by
I think
the-
so. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
there's-
super nice street with all the trees.
Yeah, that one.
It's been
Nice.
voted the
I know,
most
fuck
beautiful
that one.
street in America.
Is that true?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Who's rating streets?
No, so I don't know
Hey,
the
you-
publication.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is an unattributed reference
What
here.
sort of street guide are you looking at?
You know, one of those like U.S. News or something.
Yeah, it is a nice street. Yeah, very
it's
picturesque.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, and if I can go threesome, I would actually add the Calder one that's behind the what's the Yale building where Wolseley Hall. The Calder behind Wolseley Hall. I love that one.
Okay, I don't know.
Which one's the Calder? What's
It's got the
So the one next to Beinecke or whatever?
the courtyard back there?
Okay.
right?
that one with the red and it's got the mobile of the
Oh,
shape
yeah.
Oh
up and down.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I would
Mhm.
definitely.
That's
definitely
pretty
that one.
rad.
That's a
Yeah.
great one.
All right. Well, that pretty much does it. We are at the right
Hey.
time. This has been a pleasure. Before we go, I like to give people an opportunity to sort of plug their business.
Oh.
So, you have the art studio, right?
Mm-hmm. The Adae Fine Art Academy at 817 Chapel Street. And we do free trial lessons if you ever want to draw or if you want to paint or if your children want to draw or paint.
It's like a website they can go to.
Yep, it's AdaeFineArtAcademy.com.
Okay.
And if you want to call to schedule an appointment for a free trial lesson, it's 203-777-7220.
And what's the cost of that?
The first free trial is free.
Beautiful.
And then after that, it would be $38.50 per class.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
Nice. So informative.
Yeah.
And Adae is spelled A-D-A-E.
ADA.
If for some reason that wasn't obvious to you,
Mhm.
idiot.
That is me. So yeah.
Cool. Well, you don't have anything to plug, right?
I will plug the Adae Fine Art Academy as well. That place
Oh,
is awesome
nice.
and highly recommend sending people over
Awesome.
there. Yeah, it's sweet.
Come check him out at Breathing Room. He teaches meditation
Mhm.
there as well. So
Mhm.
that's another option. Whatever, breathingroomct.com.
Mhm.
And I'm putting on a comedy show at the Art Plus Studio on January 19th at 9:30
What?
p.m. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's I think it's gonna be like $10, and like we're gonna have some wine and snacks for you. And I think we're just gonna have like a showcase. We're just gonna do like 8 comics doing like 10 minutes each, and I'm gonna throw some
Nice.
awesome comedy at you, and hopefully I'll see you there.
Bella's
Is there a
Zadora.
sitar player?
There is now. No, I don't know. I mean,
Beautiful.
I don't know if I have that kind of money, if I have sitar money, but we'll probably stick with the comedy.
January 19th. That's a
January
Saturday.
19th. This is Saturday. It's a late show because it's after their little like art and sip thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yes. That's a great studio. I love it there.
yeah. So yeah. So come check that out. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Thank you, Colin, for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. This is a great show.
Thank you, Kwadwo, for being here.
Thanks so much for having me on. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
thanks, Kwadwo.
we'll see you next episode.
Sweet.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Busy people and lots of Yaleys, Worcester hipsters and fed up townies. We have more than pizza in common, with 2 rocks for bookends. New Haven, New Haven, New Haven, between 2 rocks. Ba-da-da-da, 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 between 2 rocks.